theory, hard body, hard spirit. What's going on this good Wednesday afternoon? Let me put a poll up. Hold on real quick. Okay, what up, y'all? What up?
Hello.
Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. What's going on, my people? What is going on? A lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world. Reality is stranger than fiction. Reality is stranger than fiction. We got some people moving like the wicked people that they are, and we got some companies standing on business, really doing what's right. Right? We got this is our fight. This is the world, right? This is our fight. Good and evil. Good, the light versus the dark. I'm moving in the light. I'm moving in truth. What's going on, bro? All the way from Detroit. Shout out Michael Miller from Detroit. Yeah, Ohio and Detroit. I'm from Ohio. They got we got a real strong connection. I had a lot of Detroiters actually moved to my city in the past and now. Ohio and Detroit got a real strong connection. Shout out to y'all. We do got super chats and super thanks. Y'all do either one of those, I will shout you out. If you got questions, let me know. We about to start in like 30 seconds. We're gonna start. If y'all got questions, let me know. And if y'all in here, hit the like button, turn us up. Let me know where you from, just like Michael Miller did. Shout out Michael Miller. I think this might be the first time you've been on a live. I never seen you on my live before. A lot going on. Is that canceled? Is Akademiks canceled? I know his comments were cancel-ish, cancel-worthy, but will he be canceled? It's hard. Look, you can't unless you unalive somebody or they go to jail. You can't truly all the way cancel somebody, right? Especially if they got their own platform, which Akademiks does. But you can hurt their pockets. You can hurt their dollar amount. These companies, like you just seen, Twitch. Shout out to Twitch, standing on business, standing for what's right. And they stood on business and banned Akademiks from Twitch. In a day and age where a lot of companies do not stand on business, they will back these evil, wicked people, right? Even in the face of allegations and charges, right? They'll still back them. But when this is plain as day, when you are a predator to kids, which Akademiks is, and that's what he did to that kid. Shout out to Twitch for taking a stand and really being about that action. Like they did it. They banned him. And that's one way to get canceled. For everybody who think can't, shout out to Edit Ben Turkin. Shout out to Edit. Yeah, I just subscribed. Shout out to LM Dugan. LM Dugan, shout you out. You just subscribed. Hold on, we got to give you a clap for that. Subscribe. Yeah, real stuff. This is day one stuff. We going up. Look. I just started in October. We coming from the ground level. We going up. This is whoever subscribed right now. Y'all are day ones, certified, bro. Shout out to Ali, bro. I don't know what that is. What's your only? I don't got. Shout out to Raj Singh. I don't got an OnlyFans. No OnlyFans. If y'all in here, hit that like button, turn this up. Y'all got questions? Let me know. If not, I'm gonna keep going with the topics. Akademiks banned, right? And when you're this is where it gets really touchy. The shout out to Alim saying I love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. That like means the world to me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bro, just say my name. No, I'm not saying it's my real name. Okay, well, Ali. Shout out to Ali. Look, I got 4 kids. You can see one of them right back there. If you see that picture, that's my daughter. That's my youngest. I got one daughter. I am very sensitive, I'm very protective, overprotective, and I'm very serious when it comes to children and people corrupting our children and our kids, right? This world already, when we come into it, there's enough things that your light, right? Your innocence, you will become jaded from this world. It's already like that, right? So for other people to pile on, just stuff kids see on YouTube, on TV, right? Even if you block stuff, there's certain stuff that your kid is going to see. And Akademiks just made it worse, right? He's just making it worse. I can't stand when people try to corrupt innocence, right? Some people would just see something innocent, something pure, and they want them to be corrupted like them. That's what Akademiks was doing. And this happened to me from a family friend when I was like a 12-year-old kid playing video games. My cousin's friend came in the house. He said, what's this kid doing? He's 12 years old. Why is he playing? I was playing PlayStation 1. That's how old I am. I was playing PlayStation 1. He's like, what's this kid doing playing? It's summer. Shouldn't you be outside? Shouldn't you be smashing something? Did the exact same thing that Akademiks did to Nora GXD. Shout out to Nora GXD. Because if this was somebody that was more vulnerable, right? More gullible, right? They would have been feeling bad about themselves. They would have been thinking that what Akademiks told them to do and what they were clowning on him about and trying to get him to do, trying to say, oh, you can't smash nothing. Can't you smash Plaque Boy's sister? He said, no, look, this young king is intelligent, real intelligent, wise. He was speaking with more maturity than all the adults in the conversation. He said, kid, why don't you wouldn't mess with Max's sister, play with Plaque with Max's sister? He said, no, he was like that. You would put me on a case. She would have a case. I'm 15. She's an adult. You trying to get her locked up? Like this young man, this 15-year-old had more sense, had more wisdom, had more maturity than all the people in the conversation. Akademiks, for all his and Akademiks, if y'all don't know, he is not a parent. So this is kind of expected, even though it's not expected, because look, for all the success, for all the money he made, for everything he did in the culture, these comments let you know how immature he is, how spiritually miniature he is in his mind and the things that come out of his mouth. And look, Joe Budden, that 15-year-old carried himself very well. Shout out to Michael Mann, very well. And that's what, see, look, if that was my kid, if somebody talked like that to my kid, if that was my kid, Akademiks, I'd come see you in the flesh. But I do not play about my kids. I will go to jail for my kid. I will leave this earth for my children, right? And if somebody corrupts them, I'm coming to see you in the flesh. 7 days, we'll see you in the flesh. Best believe that. But Joe Budden finally talked about Akademiks. And if y'all don't know, Akademiks and Joe is close. They real close. They might have an agreement to where if their name gets put out in the media and something negative, to not speak on each other, right? Because they don't speak on each other a lot. But this is the fake part of YouTube, right? This is the fake. This is what I feel is fake. Even though Joe Budden did talk on it, it took him a while, right? And the video's on the channel. I just dropped it today. Joe Budden calls out Akademiks. It's on my channel. It's the newest video. But Joe Budden pretty much said, like, he pretty much was, it was like pulling teeth for him to talk about this. He said, oh, this is the dark side of Discord, and this, I don't do this. This is y'all conversations. Knock it off. This was trending. This was trending for days. This was the biggest thing in hip hop news, in media news, hip hop media news. It was going viral, right? It's not the dark side of Discord. Akademiks made it the dark side of Discord. His comments to this kid made it dark, right? So for him to say, "Oh, this is y'all. I don't want to talk about this dark stuff," your partner, your friend, was the reason why it got dark. So, and then another thing with Joe, look, when your job is to talk, right? Do what I'm doing, a talking head, you're a podcaster, and you speak on everybody else's drama, everybody else's mess you talk about. But when something happens to you or your friends, you don't talk about it, or you try to act like, or you take a long time to talk about it because you really don't want to. I think that's fake. Get up. That all these podcasters that do not talk about real stuff that everybody else is talking about, knock it off. It's a new era. Look, the 7 day theory, I'll talk on any subject, anytime, anywhere. I don't care who did it. If I did it, I will talk about it, whatever, right? It's playing favorites. It's playing favorites when you do that. When your whole job, when you can talk about everybody else's mess, everybody else's drama, but because it's your friend or someone you rock with, now you don't want to talk about it. That's fake and phony. I don't like that. I think that's so totally fake. It's your job to talk about it. And it's the biggest thing in the news right now. So why would you not talk about it? And another thing is, it was wrong. Look, newsflash, spoiler alert, people, 7 Day. You heard it here first. It was wrong. It was wrong. And guess what? People in your lives, if you got people in your lives or even yourself, it's okay to tell your friends and to call them out when they're wrong. Actually, it's not just okay. It's something we should do. But I argue we shouldn't even, and my channel is all about this, holding yourself accountable and holding other people accountable. Free Wendy Williams. Shout out to PKL, Free Wendy Williams. You got a twin. Who's my twin? It's our job to hold ourselves accountable, right? We're all grown adults. My content is for adults, right? Over 18. And even from age of 12 and up, people know right from wrong. We shouldn't even need other people to tell us when we're wrong. We should know when we're wrong. We should be like, damn, man, I said something messed up yesterday. Let me go apologize. Let me go make that right. Or let me go back. Let me go tell them, man, I ain't mean that. Or so, you know what I mean? You should hold yourself accountable. We shouldn't even need other people to hold ourselves accountable. So it's okay when your friend says something wild or does something crazy, or people at work, anybody, your family members, whoever, I don't care who it is, your mom, your dad, your son. It's all right to tell people when they overstep the line. It's called setting boundaries, right? And it's something they teach you in really counseling, therapy, recovery, addiction. They teach you this, to set boundaries with people. The people that get pushed over in life, the people that are like yes men and like want everybody to like them, are the people that have no boundaries. They cannot set boundaries. They will not tell somebody, all right, well, this is too much for me. This is not enough. Like I can't do this, right? They won't say these things, but a closed mouth don't get fed. You got to speak. You got to be your best and loudest advocate in everything you do in life. You got to be your best and loudest, biggest and loudest advocate for yourself in life. And that goes for everything, whether it's health, mental health, relationships, what you want in life. You got to say it to yourself, what you want, and you got to tell other people what it is that you like or don't like, or what boundaries you need to set, right? If not, you're going to be getting pushed over. You're going to be, you're just going to be a creative player, right? If you just do whatever and let anybody do whatever they want to you just a creative player. You might as well get on Madden and create yourself, because that's what you are, right? Because who are you? People don't know how to handle their own selves accountable. Shout out to Mike Miller. Real talk. They really don't. Look, I did a lot of dirt in my life. I'm in recovery, right? For a long time, this was me, right? This was me. I'm human. I'm not talking from a place of preaching. I'm talking from a place of, I have been in these shoes. I have done wrong. We're all humans. I believe we're all equal. I treat everybody equal. Unless you disrespect me, I will never disrespect somebody first, right? The only time I'd ever disrespect someone is if they do it to me first. Because I lead with love and I lead with respect. That's what real men and women do. But for a majority of my life, while I was addicted in active addiction, I was self-centered, selfish, said crazy stuff, did crazy stuff, broke the law, right? But at some point, you got to smarten up, and you know when you're wrong. Like, God gave us a heart, God gave us a soul, God gave us a conscience. From the age of 12, we know, and even probably before that, we know right from wrong, right? Hello, check Sheikh Ba. Hello from Mali, West Africa. Shout out to Motherland, Mali. Shout you out. That's what's up. There, okay, too much head movement. I'm going. All right, Zerk. How much sand is in a mirror? I have no idea. What a mustache fire. Thanks, Zerk. People don't know. Okay, I got that one. All right, I've been in recovery, bro, for 30 years. Hey, can we give it up? Can we give it up? Hey, that's a blessing. On some real ish. I'm black. Yeah, I'm black. I'm Greek and black, but I identify as black. Shout out to Chase for that question. I've been in recovery for, bro. Mike Miller, shout you out. Look, I got on the first. I'll have 5 months. The longest period I had clean was a year and 1 month. Right, that's the longest time. So shout out, congratulations to you. God bless you. One day, every day that addict stays clean, is a miracle. It's a blessing, right? A lot of us don't make it. This disease takes out a lot of people, a lot. It took out family, friends, associates. I OD'd over like probably 11 times, probably over that. I can identify with you, bro, from being a rock star of my family all the way down to the black sheep. It hurts, bro. Me and you are Michael. We are kindred spirits, brother. I have been definitely the rock star, the party, right, of my family, and definitely the black sheep, right? Because literally, because I'm half black. My Greek side, I always felt like I did not fit on my Greek side of my family, right? For whatever reason. Because I felt like some of them were racist or made racist comments to me growing up. And it really hurts, right? It really hurts when it's your family that makes racist comments and they know you're black, right? It's wild. So I definitely the black sheep of the family. I identify with that so much. Good comment. And this brings us to Queenz Flip. Queenz Flip was on. It's on. You can listen to him too. His what he said is in my video. I'm gonna tell y'all what he said though. When Joe talked about academics. And if y'all in here, hit the like button, turn this up. We got super chat, super thanks. If you do either one of those, I will shout you out. Michael Miller, congratulations to you, bro. Thank you. Congrats. Feel the same. That's amazing. That's amazing. 30 years is wow. That's good work. Good work. Queenz Flip. Listen, he gotta come down to the floor. We gotta have we about to have court right now. I'm holding court on Queenz Flip. This dude, bro, I'm trying to get my mom clean. I used to hate her, but she lives in a junkie town and can't get off meth. And if I sign her up for rehab, she will just leave. Man, you can. One thing about don't give up on your mom. Do not. Shout out to Chase for that comment. Don't give up on your mom because you never know. It is never. I've seen 60-year-olds get clean. I've seen 70-year-olds. I'm 38. It took me. I've been using since I was 14 really. It took me that long to get any type of long-term sobriety. You can't. I'm gonna tell you like this. You are not gonna be able to force her. You are not going to be able to force her to get clean. You just can't. You can love her. You can set boundaries with her so that she doesn't pull you down when she's in active addiction, but do not give up on her. One of the most motivating factors for me getting clean is because my family, they gave me consequences for my actions, right? They kicked me out the house. I was homeless, stuff like that, but they did not give up on me. They still loved me. They still showed me love. And that was one of the biggest reasons I got clean was because that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a father. I wanted to have a family, and I wasn't doing or being that while in active addiction. So don't give up on your mom. But like she has to want it herself, but still keep it in her mind. Tell her like, yeah, you keep motivating her and keep telling her like, yeah, mom, you need to get clean. You got to like, and keep asking her, keep asking her like, will you go to rehab if I sign you up? Will you go? One of them days, you never know. She might wake up. She might be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And she might say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go. You never know. Don't give up on it. Mike Miller, you owe it to yourself to stay clean, bro. Don't pick up the first one. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. Real talk, real wisdom right there. Mike Miller, from Mike Miller. Look, we are kings and queens, right? And that's one of the biggest things that I had to learn is that when I was in active addiction, I was talking to myself like I was a tragic figure. Like my life was really small, didn't matter. Like I was gonna pass away violently or pass away before my time. Like all my inner dialogue was negative until I got clean. Like you have to respect yourself. You have to take pride in the fact that, yeah, this is my body. This is my mind. This is my spirit. I'm not going to disrespect myself by putting a drug into my body. Right. Pause. I'm not going to disrespect my temple by putting a drug in it. Right. And if you think of yourself that way, it's a good way to stop those thoughts. Or if you are having thoughts of cravings or using, it's a good way to think about like, yeah, no, I'm not going to disrespect myself. I'm not going to relapse because that's all it's going to do is disrespect myself. Right. And it doesn't get you nowhere. All the issues, all the problems that you run away from when you're in active addiction, guess what? When you use, they still there. And 9 times out of 10, when you use, you make it worse because now you might catch a charge. You might pass away. You might destroy a relationship, right? addiction use just makes everything worse. So I spent so many years trying to numb and forget about my problems with addiction, and it didn't do nothing. At the end of the day, it did nothing for none of my problems. It made my life 1,000,000 times worse. Real talk from Mike Miller. But Queenz Flip, we got to stop. Queenz Flip, we got to stop. So he tried on the pod when they was talking about academics and his grooming comments. He tried to tell Joe Budden. He tried to say, well, it's how we was raised. If some of us was raised like that, so what? So what? Look, at 12 years old, you know right from wrong from then on, right? And this is where being an individual comes into hand. This is why I stress in a lot of my videos, I stress the importance of being an individual, thinking for yourself. Do not be led astray by lost people. I don't care if it's your parents. I don't care if it's your grandparents. I don't care if it's your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. I don't care. Anything negative that somebody is telling you, let it go one ear and out the other. He tried to blame and tried to justify Akademiks' comments by saying, oh yeah, this is what some people do. In like the OGs, the old heads and all that, right? Those are facts, bro. You've been there. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. And so he tried to blame it on, oh, well, the OGs used to tell me this, right? Or the OGs would tell me what Akademiks told that 15-year-old. And he even admitted, this is the wild part. He said that he did this to his son. Queenz Flip did. Now that's wild. Why you care so much about soiling, dirtying, right, corrupting your kid or any kid is wild to me. Why do you care if your son, like, and you're a grown adult, like all the high school stuff, like, oh, you're still a virgin, or people trying to make fun of you because you a virgin. That was you were supposed to be done with that in high school, right? That's a high school thing or a middle school thing, really high school, right? Where people try to get on other people because they don't have a girlfriend or they haven't or they're still a virgin. That's a great quality to me. If somebody can sustain from doing that and staying a virgin for as long as they need to or for a long time, that's a good quality. That's a great quality. That shows that you have what is it? You have tolerance. You got what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can I forget the word. What? So you have like not responsibility, not that it's not responsibility. You have discipline. That's what I was looking for. You got discipline, right? If you can do that for that long, that's discipline, especially in this world where everything is over sexualized. Kids are over sexualized, which I hate. My daughter, she will not be putting on makeup, none of that, right? And my kids really none of them are into the opposite sex really right now. Maybe my oldest is 14. He kind of is, but besides that, not really any of them. But why do you care to soil or corrupt something that's so innocent, so pure, right? This is a mature, very low vibrational mind state to want to get on and bully or make fun of a kid, and especially Queenz Flip, his own kid. Made fun of him, talking, oh, you ain't smashed nothing yet. What you doing? What you supposed to be smashing? You 14, you 13, you 15, you supposed to be smashing something, right? These are the type of things that people say. And adults saying it is wild. I get it, right? Kids they'll make fun of kids, they'll find something to pick on you, they'll find something to bully you about. This type of rhetoric happens in high school among kids. But for a grown man to say this to his own child is wild. Yeah, Michael Miller, discipline. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. I could not think of it for the world. This is wild to me. This world, right? This world, and we've all been kids, right? You probably remember. I know I remember when at the age or around the age where I went from innocent, right, really being gullible and innocent and pure about the world. And this world will turn you dark, will turn you negative, will dim your light, right? This world, just the nature of this world. We live on earth. We got free will. Yeah, there's God, but we are not in heaven right now. We are on earth where we have good and evil. So even though it doesn't matter how pure we are, And shout out to the people that can stay like that have that childlike innocence and pureness and truth about them, even when they get older. It's hard to do, right? This world will bring you down, and if you let it, it'll keep you down, right? And it'll corrupt you. And this just shows you academics. This just shows that academics is so beyond immature. And Queenz Flip. If y'all want to watch the video for that, that's on the channel. Queenz Flip, Joe Budden responded to Akademiks. Akademiks is banned from Twitch. Shout out to Twitch one more time, because they really stood on business with this. And look, a lot of these businesses, they make these type of decisions based on money. But as long as it's for a good cause, that's okay, right? And I get on a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people for putting money over morals, right? And even though they're rich and famous and they got enough money to stand on morals and principles, they don't. I'm poor. I'm damn near poor. I have a regular job. I work. There's certain things that I will not do if it does not align with my values, my morals, or my belief system. And I do not have the money to do it, right? But I still do it. These people have the money. They're comfortable. They can stop working today. Like a Snoop Dogg that went and performed for Trump, like a Soldier Boy, right? They're addicted to the money. They're addicted to the high they get from making so much money, right? Even though they already are secure and their kids are rich, their kids will be rich. Look, have you ever been to prison? And shout out to Red for the question. Never been to prison, been to jail a few times, probably like 7 times, maybe 5, 6, 7 times I've been to jail. And I've been to a level 1 prison is what they call it. I don't know if you ever heard of NeoCap, but it's a cognitive thinking prison pretty much. Because it's not jail. You go from jail to this place, and it's really a level 1 prison, but they like to dress it up like it's kind of like a recovery type thing. You get to wear your own clothes though. You get to watch like Netflix, and if you have good behavior, you get to watch TV, Netflix, and all that. And so you get more privileges than you do in prison, but it's still a prison. So I guess I kind of did go to prison, but that and you go to classes all day, and that cognitive brain, the cognitive thinking, that told me a lot. Like that, I learned a lot from being in there. It was like a 4 to 6 months program. I did 5 months. It told me your inner dialogue. This is what I learned. The biggest thing I learned is that your inner dialogue, the things you tell yourself, can change your life for the negative or for the positive, right? The things we tell ourselves, whether we tell ourselves we can't get a job or we tell ourselves, oh, we're going to be rich and famous, right? Your life is going to align with what you tell yourself. It is. And I'm living proof of that when I was speaking negative to myself, my whole life was negative, right? When I was speaking positive to myself, even if I wasn't successful, even if I'm not rich, which I don't care about, I was spiritually rich, right? I felt good no matter how much money was in my bank account. When I tell myself, when my inner dialogue is positive. So that's the biggest thing I learned from being there. Cognitive prison, cognitive thinking. They teach you, like pretty much it's just all about your thoughts. Like, because your thought and and dealing with emotions, right? That's a big part of it. Dealing with and they tell you you got to role play, right? When you're there, you got to role play and like act out events that might happen with your girlfriend or your family. And anytime you talk or anytime you say something that's like something that's supposed to be a thought, they make you point to your brain like this. It's weird. It's weird as hell, right? So when you talk, you got to stand up in front of a class and go like, yeah, so I'm thinking I might go to a party tomorrow, right? You got to do some, it's weird. But it works. It's all about dealing with emotions. Look, your emotions run your thoughts and your thoughts run your actions. Whatever your thoughts is going to be, your actions is going to align with that. Never heard of that. Yeah, it's a prison that teaches you. It's in Ohio. I don't know if they got it other places or not. If blink twice if you love Chinese food. I love Chinese food, and I just watched Blink Twice, the movie. It was a good movie. Channing Tatum, real good movie. It's on, I think, Amazon Prime. Yeah, Prime Video. You have the skills to be a motivated speaker. Man, that's one thing that, and I would love to do that. I don't know where I would go or how I would do that, but that's something that, yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for that. That's something that I would be interested in. That's why I started YouTube. This thing is real. My channel is really a lifestyle. It's really not just a channel. It's really me, 100% me. Like, another thing I learned in recovery is I have to be my true self, my authentic self. I have to present my authentic self to the world. So what you see is what you get. In the past, I would hide my thoughts. I would hide my using, right? Or I would just hide my thoughts and feelings, and then I'd end up relapsing about it. I have to be 100% myself. So my channel is just an extension of me, of my thoughts, my feelings, my way of thinking, right? Or just my take on different things. How are you doing now? And you are doing it now and don't know it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. I guess I am there. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, I definitely would look into that. That would be that'd be an awesome job to have, man. Right now, I'm in sales and retail. I work at Boss Cops. I do like the cash register and stock and stuff. That's what I do now. But yeah, I would look into that. But FBAs, the hate that FBAs are getting, right? I consider myself, I'm an FBA, foundational Black Americans, right? And this is really, I really want to educate people who don't know, because a lot of people like to attach negative or like just negative things to FBAs. If y'all don't, I put it in the title. Uncle Luke, I made it. That video is on the channel too. I made that yesterday. Uncle Luke was on Twitter, on X, talking down on FBAs. And if y'all don't know, he's Bahamian and Jamaican, right? So he's not FBA. He's not a foundational Black American. He doesn't consider himself a Black American. He's Jamaican and Bahamian. It's just, I'm just Gabriel. Shout out to Gabriel. So yeah, if y'all in here, hit the like button, turn this up. Let me know where y'all from too. So he went on X, made some posts talking about he was talking about the mass deportation that's been going on, right? And shout out to all the people that's getting, like, God bless them for people that's getting kicked out. That's horrible, right? But he was talking about this, and he said, look, at FBAs, you wanted tangibles. This is your tangible, right? For some reason, he thinks that FBAs like support Trump, which some of them might, right? I don't know, but he's talking like the whole every Black person in America wanted Trump to be president. That's what he's talking like. And he said, look, Black people were asking, we were asking, what are tangibles? What are something you can actually see or do that is going to be specifically for Black people? That Trump is going to do, right? Because he's going to be our president. What are you going to do for Black Americans? And so he said, look, this is y'all asked for tangibles. This is what y'all got, which he was talking about the deportation thing. And then he said he went to, and foundation, in case y'all don't know, sounds like the same kind of race hustling as usual. Yeah. So shout out to Luke Squares. Good comment. So Luke, FBAs, if y'all don't know, foundational Black Americans is just another saying for Black Americans. It's just another saying for Black people. Or a lot of people don't like African American, right? So we go with foundational Black Americans. It really describes us a lot better, right? Because although, yeah, Black people, we did come from Africa, right? Our ancestors way back. But in America, our ancestors were slaves, right? My past ancestors were slaves here. And it really just is a shout out to our ancestors, where we came from. Foundational Black Americans. We were here when America started, and we've been here ever since. And we helped build this country with our blood, sweat, and tears. Slaves did for free, right? And not even for free. It really cost us. It cost people their lives, their freedom, their families, their manhood. All this happened to slaves, right? We know, it's documented. So a lot of people, Joe Budden went on Math Hoffa's podcast and said, oh, FBAs are broke. Oh, FBAs, Puerto Ricans created hip hop with FBAs and all this, right? FBAs created hip hop, first of all. And then he was calling FBAs broke. Like, I think he doesn't know. A lot of people don't know what FBA is and what it stands for. It's just another word or term for Black Americans. And so Luke was trying to say, Oh, y'all need. Oh, no, he knew what it is, right? Because in his post he disrespected FBAs by saying, "Oh, y'all wanted all the immigrants out the country, right?" Which I don't know where he got that. I never said that. I don't know who said that. What FBA said that? But he said, "Oh, y'all wanted all them out the country. So are y'all gonna pick the cotton, the watermelon, the grapes, and all that?" He said, "Y'all gonna pick the cotton, right?" Referring, right, disrespecting the fact that we were former slaves, right? Having that type of rhetoric, that type of talk. And look, I get it. If it's from, I understand. If it was from somebody that wasn't in hip hop, somebody that wasn't black, some like a racist white person, I expect it from them. But from Uncle Luke, who you met, black Americans made you millions. Angela Riddick, hold on, Angela, we got Angela. Shout out Angela Riddick. Angela Reddick. I think I spelled your look. Angela Reddick. Shout out to you. Just did a super. I think that's a super sticker. Yeah, just donated to the channel. Thank you, Angela. Angela, if you don't know, I did shout you out in 2 videos of mine. At the end of the video, I think I spelled your last name wrong on one. I put your name up. I shouted you out, and then on another video at the end, I shouted you out just verbally, right? So shout out to you, one of the biggest supporters that been here since day one. Shout out to Angela with the coming through with the donation. What up, Angela? How you doing today, girl? What's up, Leonard Hawkins? What's up? Sounds like the same usual. Okay, yeah. Okay. Hey, Trump to go. I mean, you're free to look. Everybody's free to pick whoever they want. And look, although I didn't vote for Trump, don't like Trump as a person, he's my president, right? So I hope he does the best job for me and my people and America as a whole. I hope he does the best job that he possibly can. I hope he makes America better than what it was when he got into office. And I don't look down on nobody or nothing like that for who supports him. Everybody has their own right, whether you a Democrat, Republican, whatever, you know what I mean? But Uncle Luke, it's weird that Black Americans made him all that money. He's a hypocrite. Yeah, he is. Black Americans made him all that money, right? All these millions. He made millions off of hip hop, right? Off of over sexual. If y'all don't know, Luke, 2 Live Crew fame. He's the reason why we got parental advisory stickers on CDs and tapes. They were really over-sexualized. It was over-sexualization of Black people, of our culture. The music was very dirty, very raunchy, very explicit, right? So it kind of falls in line with the type of person that he is. He was, and this goes right in hand with Akademiks. What I was talking about with Akademiks, the over-sexualization of our people. Look, Black people and white, all people. We are more than our physical being, right? We are more than what we look like or what we can do in the bed. That is not, some people attain to be that, right? To be known as sexy, as good in bed and all this stuff. That don't matter to me. That there's nothing tangible about that, right? There is something tangible, but in the spiritually and really who you are, it doesn't matter. We are more than what our bodies look like. We have souls, we have spirits, we have minds. Your character, your personality, your makeup, that's what makes you who you are. So I can't stand the over-sexualization of rap music. I really don't like it. Luke started that. But another thing he said, Luke said, what's my trend? I'm praying for president. I'm praying for president to do a good job his turn. Yeah, Angela. Shout out to Angela with the good comment. Yeah, I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does. Yeah, he did. He did say that. He did say that they're trying to get rid of the Birthright Act or whatever. I think it's called the Birthright Act, to where like if a legal citizen comes over here illegally, right, and they have a kid, that kid is automatically a U.S. citizen. He's trying to get rid of that. We're born in the U.S. and their parents are not U.S. citizens, but yet his mom was not U.S. citizen. She was born in the U.K. So why don't he go to the U.K.? I mean, that's a good argument. That's a fair argument. I mean, it's kind of messed up. Look, it's kind of messed up. I mean, while it is illegal, that he's just cracking down on it. Like, it's been illegal, but then now they're just like really going full force and kicking people out. Selena Gomez was on posting on social media crying because she's seeing her people get deported. It's really sad. It really is, man. I just hope that maybe they can find a way to get here legally. That's all. That's like the best advice I can give. I really don't have a lot of knowledge or even family members that my Greek side, my grandfather, he was born in Greece and came over here, but he was legalized because he married somebody here. He married my grandmother who was a citizen here. So that's how he got here legally, right? But that's as far as my knowledge goes, as far as like immigrants and all that. But I am aware of it. But Luke, so Luke talking down on FBAs, right? I get it if it's a race, like I said, like if it's a racist white person, but from another black person, another person that's in hip hop, right? That came from the struggle, that came up in America, even though he wasn't born here or his race isn't a foundational Black American. I don't get the hate that FBAs are getting. A lot of people just don't understand that FBAs is just another word for Black Americans. That's it. Like the FBA hate and disrespect, and a lot of people try to say it's a hate group and all this. Oh, that's another thing he said. Tariq Nasheed, he said Uncle Luke he tried to expose Tariq Nasheed. If y'all don't know, Tariq Nasheed, he's an FBA. He's one of the people that coined the term, that created the term, or he was one of the first that he's been pushing that line, the FBA line, right? Luke posted a picture of it's a picture of the certification that says who owns the phrase foundational Black Americans, and it's Tariq Nasheed. So he tries to expose them. He says, "Oh, this is y'all leader. This is y'all ruler. I told y'all that he was pushing this for a reason, right?" Look, it don't matter to me. I do not care that Tariq Nasheed is pushing FBA, right? Pushing that saying, and he copyrighted it, right? I don't have no problem with it. A lot of our stuff. Somebody got to own it, right? Somebody's going to copyright it. It might as well be another Black American. It might as well be another Black brother or sister. Because a lot of our stuff that we are involved in or that we created or we invented, we don't own. So, and we don't make money off. Other races make money off of it. Our music, look at the music industry. We barely own any record labels, right? But there are some Black owned, but not a lot. The majority of players in the NFL, Black. There's not a lot. I don't even know if there's one Black owner. NBA, same thing. Majority Black. So a lot of us stuff that we created, that we invented, really gets diminished, right? And gets thrown to the curb, or some other race comes and owns it, or just outright steals it and takes it, and they're making money off of it. I think that's wrong. I don't care that Tariq Nasheed owns the copyright. This is what people do. They copyright sayings that are popular. Yeah, you're supposed to copyright it. Especially if you created it. I'll have to do some research on if Tariq Nasheed created that term or not. I don't know if he's the very first person that did. But but he might be coined the phrase. Okay, so look, so see, if I came up with a word, right? My channel, copyright the channel. I came up the 7-day theory channel, right? I didn't come up with the 7-day theory, right? But the 7-day theory, as far as it pertains to YouTube and how I spelled it, I came up with that. So there'd be no reason there'd be no reason why I wouldn't copyright that. And that's the same for Tariq Nasheed. So he tried to call out Tariq Nasheed for this. It don't matter. If he made the word up, it's okay for us to own it. It's okay for him to own it. You are on point with that, bro. Thank you, Michael Miller. Thank you. Do you remember that Obama was Black? Yeah, everybody know Obama was Black. Florence. But yeah, I remember. Are you white or am I tripping? Cause no, I'm not white. I'm very light. I'm Black. I'm half Black, half Greek. I know what I look like, and I know who my dad is and who my mom is. So I know what DNA I have. My DNA, regardless, and appearance and DNA are not the same thing, right? This is all cosmetics. What's in my blood, what's in my DNA is Black American blood, Greek blood. So yeah, to answer your question, Florence, also was the president. Yeah, I do remember he was the president of the United States. Obama was white. Obama was not white. Obama was not white, but the orange man better for real. No, he is not better than Obama. Millions and millions of people got health care all due to Obama. Free health care, mind you. Free health care. All because of Obama. DNA or a meerkat. I don't know what that means. Shout out Capri. But damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the FBA. So it's okay for us. I mean, look what just happened with Fat Joe trying to claim that Puerto Ricans created hip hop, right? This stuff gets stolen. Our stuff gets taken. We are trendsetters. We're innovators. We're creators. And a lot of our stuff we do not get the credit for. And a lot of things, right? A lot of things, racism plays a big part of people trying to diminish our accomplishments or try to act like we did not accomplish what we did. Black people. We know Black people created, was in Egypt is in Africa, right? Black people created the pyramids. There's Black pharaohs, Kemet, it was called Kemet before. It's in Africa. People like to talk about Egypt like it's not, and the people that live there now, those was not the ancient Egyptians. Those was not the Black ancient Egyptians. The people that live there now, like the Arabs and all that. Those is a whole different race of people. Because over the years, people invaded it and all that. So now that's why you see what race is there now, right? It gets conquered, it gets invaded. That happens, right? But in every movie, every American movie that comes out, that they do a movie on Egypt, what race are the actors? The main actors. The main actors be white. All the time. Every Egyptian movie, and it don't be Egyptian movie of today. It be a Egyptian movie based on ancient Egyptian, right? When there were Black people, when Egypt is in Africa, they try to act like we didn't do none of that, right? They don't be trying to give us no credit, Black people, no credit for how advanced the pharaohs were, how advanced the ancient Egyptian was, what they did, right? They try to downgrade it. Y'all know the story of who was it? Napoleon shot the nose off the Sphinx, right? Because it was a Black nose. It was a black feature nose on the Sphinx. So he shot it off. This is the story that's been told. Y'all probably done heard it before. Angela, facts. I heard Michelle's what? Joe is right. We had a hand in it. So did the Jamaicans and brothers from the Bronx. Most of them rest of the color. Robert, shout out Robert. Contribution and creation are two different things. And if y'all in the chat, hit that like button, turn us up. Look, contribution and creation are two different things. If Puerto Ricans created hip hop, you would see a whole bunch of more Puerto Rican rappers, right? This was Black street culture. This is what it was birthed from. And we didn't just create hip hop. If y'all don't know, we created blues, rock and roll. The whole look, the whole music, the whole dance style of Elvis came from Black people. Black people started that. We created more than just hip hop, and we created hip hop. A lot of people I hate when people diminish and try to act like another race did what we did, because really they hate us so much that they can't believe that we did something great. That's why they have to diminish it and try to act like they did it or another race did it. Or no, y'all didn't do it. Oh, y'all had help, right? They like to play that game. Oh no, y'all created it, but y'all had help though. Like we can't do it ourselves. Knock it off. Black people, and even today, look, people, even today, hip hop, rap is known throughout the world as a Black thing, as Black culture, straight up. Today, it's known as Black culture. That's because it's been that, and it's always been that from the birth. Let's see, ancient Egyptians had slaves. Yeah, okay, yeah, they had slaves. They did. There were slaves in the Bible. There were people in the Bible that had slaves. They did. Millions of people lost their health care as well. Who lost their health care? Logan, keep listening if you don't know, or rewind it. Bad Bunny, baby. Yeah, Rick came from the blues. Bad Bunny. Yeah, Rick came from the blues. Rick, I don't know who Rick you talking about, but look. So, like I was saying, they do not like to give us credit because they hate us that much that they don't want to give us credit for what we did. And Hollywood loves to, like, they'll have like a side or a background actor, and they'll be black, but the main actors in all the Egyptian movies, there was just one that came out like 4 years ago. All the main actors was white. All of them. All the main actors was white. They love doing this. Conquering empire, Angela Reddick. Conquering empires usually, if possible, destroy the conquered civilization, libraries, and history, then replace it with their interpretation of history. Real talk. Look, shout out to Angela for the rock originated from the blues. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So Angela with the good info. Good comment. They will erase. Look, Akhenaten, my favorite person to study into from any time in history. He was a pharaoh. He was the first person he was a black man. He was a black pharaoh, black king. He was the first person that we have archaeological proof of that believed in one God. Ancient Egyptians, the pharaohs, they got an official king list. He's not on it. That's how much they hated Akhenaten, because he changed the religion. They wanted to worship more than one God. And Akhenaten only worshiped one God. And he changed, and he made every time when he was the pharaoh, that's what they did. They worshiped one God. So they hated Akhenaten to the point that where they didn't even put him on the king's list. They crossed out his name. I think they destroyed his tomb. We did find his tomb, but it didn't have a name on it when they found it. They tried to wipe him from the history books and just completely destroy him and his legacy. Luckily they found it though. Let me see. Popular vote mandate. What? Rock is the blues on steroids. Yes, it is. That's why they are finding Africans artifacts in Grand Canyon. Yeah, I heard that too. That's crazy. Shout out to Puma Pendleton. Yeah, they said they found ancient Egyptian stuff in Grand Canyon. How that got there, that's wild. Either, like, trust me, the history that we get taught, that we get told in mainstream history, it is not the truth. It is not all of history, right? If they find something that doesn't align with the mainstream history, they will not put it out. They will not put it in. They will forget about it. It'll be forbidden history, right? They will not talk about it. It won't be, they'll try to hide it for real. And this is one of those things. Either the ancient Egyptians was way more advanced, which I think they were, than we know, because ancient Alexandria, where they had all the books and all the wisdom from Egypt, that got destroyed in the fire. So we lost a lot of knowledge from ancient Egypt. We would have known a lot more about them if that fire didn't happen in Alexandria. That was one of the biggest libraries of a whole bunch of knowledge from the ancient world. But I believe they were more advanced than we thought they were. Like they might have been seafarers. They could have made it over to America, and Columbus definitely wasn't the first person to come on America. We know that because there's Native Americans, right? So he was not the first person to come to America or to step foot on America. There was already living people, villages, tribes, communities, all people in America way before Columbus got there. So our ancient past, I think, is way more advanced than mainstream archaeology or science gives it credit for. Let me see. That's why they are fine. Yeah. What up, my G? Emmy, what up? Shout out to Emmy. I got a question. What's your question, Emmy? Let me know the question. If y'all got questions, let me know. If y'all in here, hit that like button. We got super thanks and super chats. Y'all do either one of those, I will shout y'all out. Or you can hit the Cashapp, the 7-Day Theory on Cashapp. The same name as my channel name. Son of a father. I'd call him my son. I call him his name for real. I would just say Aiden. which one of my son's name Aiden. I'd say Aiden. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't call him father. I wouldn't call him father. Nah. He called me father because I birthed him, right? And that's that. Paul, you still Emmy? Shout out to Emmy for the question. As Black Americans, we have to teach our children our own true history because they will not get it in most schools. Real talk. I love telling my kids about Akhenaten. I love telling my kids about like what really happened in America. Black history. Black history was my favorite subject growing up, going in school. And it's crazy. It was crazy because every time I had Black history, it was always a white teacher, right? But I love learning about, and really it made me angry. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think every Black person gets a little depressed, angry, and sad all at the same time when they learn about slavery, when they learn that people that look just like me and just like themselves, right, they were subjected to this torture, to this slavery, right? Jail and slavery, that's one of the worst things a human can go through, is not having your own free will. I've been to jail, trust me, it's pretty much the worst thing I've been through or been involved in my life, is having your free will taken away, your freedom taken away from you, right? It's horrible, right? Kills your spirit. It makes you depressed. It's just a depressing place. And to be a slave, I couldn't even imagine that. That would be 10 times worse, right? So when I first learned about like how they had Africans on ships, how many they had, how they were situated, how they were chained together, how they were stacked on top of each other, how they passed away, and how they were fed, how they were starved, right? And then to learn how the slave master treated the slaves, broke families away, did stuff to the slave's wife, right? Had kids with the slave's wife, right? And the beatings, the everything, like it pissed me off, right? It pissed me off. I think every Black person gets mad when they first learn of slavery and what we went through, and really the details of it. Back then, man, them people that like the Harriet Tubmans, those people that were like fighting for freedom, those were some of the bravest souls to ever live. Our ancestors were some of the bravest souls. The people that were fighting against and trying to stop and trying to get free, some of the bravest souls ever, because they was up against, it was like David versus Goliath, pretty much, right? They had all these people against them that wanted to keep them in bondage, right? And they were trying to break free. That had to be one of the most horrible time to go through in America as a Black person. It was the worst time as a Black person in America. Yoda's last name is I do agree with that, Paul. I don't know what you agree with, but all right. Yoda's last schools. You're cool, my G. Emmy. Thank you. You seem cool too, Emmy. What else did you say, Emmy? I gotta see. What up, my G? Oh yeah. You said the sun thing. Yeah, man. I'm an individual first. Look, like this goes along with the academics thing and like him teaching his son that. I don't care what my mom taught me, right? It's our job, even as a kid, just as a human being, it's our job to, when somebody is saying something to you or someone's trying to teach you something, and it might like your parents or your friend or your uncle or whoever, right? It's our job to try to distinguish what is true and what is right, and leave out all the negative stuff that does not ring true, that does not seem like it's coming from a genuine place of love and truth, right? We have to interpret the things that are being taught to us, even if it's our mom, even if it's our dad, and we have to let those things go. That's what I had to do as a kid. My mom had a way different way of viewing the world. And I was raised by a single mother. She had a totally different way of viewing the world and people in the world, and how she interacted and thought about people. Her view was totally different than mine, right? So it doesn't matter that my mom taught me certain things. If it didn't ring true to me, and this is why I stress the importance of individualism, of not going with the status quo, of just don't just go along to get along, right? Really think for yourself, really create your own traditions. Just because we're born in this world and things are done a certain way does not mean it has to stay like that, or that you have to keep doing those things that were done, or have to think the way that things were thought of before you was here. Like, who made these rules, right? Who made these laws, and who made everybody's word? Who made the word? The guy that made, or the man or woman that made these laws, or this way of thinking? Who certified them, right? I don't know. That I ain't heard nothing about them. It's up to you and your God, your higher power. That's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter what other people were doing before us. That's why I stress the importance of individualism, of really thinking for yourself, and really having a free mind, right? Don't close your mind off. Like I said, if you just do everything your parents wanted you to do, you're a creative player. You just them as another person. You might as well be their clone, right? If you just do everything your parents taught you. And I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about the negative stuff, or the weird way of thinking, right? With what Angela said about teaching. Oh yeah, real talk. We do. Paul, shout out to Paul. The big picture at the back is cute. The big picture. Oh, my daughter. Yeah, that's me and my daughter. Thank you. Who was that? Who said that? Wakanda. I thought I said Wakanda ma. All right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's my daughter. That's my favorite picture of her. Michael Miller, you have to be able to read a person and see right through them. Yeah, real talk. Like, you gotta keep the things that ring true, and what don't, leave that where they left, leave it right where they said it at. I don't close my mind off by watching people I don't agree. I don't close my mind off by watching people I don't agree with. What? I don't know what that means. I don't close my mind off by watching people and did I get to all the topics? I think I got to all the topics. Yeah. Shout out to Angela once again. Love you, girl. Shout you out. Thank you for supporting the channel always. Thank you for moderating. Shout out all y'all. Show Angela love. She is a real one. Angela is a GOAT. As far as I'm concerned, in my channel and myself, Angela is a GOAT. Thank you, girl. Love you. Michael Miller, thank you. I enjoy interacting and discussing things with people I don't know. Okay, yeah, me too. Like, I just because I think a certain way, I still look and like seek out what other views on whatever topic I'm discussing or I'm thinking about. I love to hear different points of view and different ways of viewing the world or the things in the world, right? That's what an open-minded person does. So shout out to you, Paul. That's real. That's like wise of you, right? It prevents me from getting stuck in my own way, right? Exactly. And that's how you learn. Like, you might pick up something that somebody that you might not have thought about, and somebody has a different view than you. They might say something that you never thought about, and it might be true, right? You don't know until you hear it. That's why I watch people that talk about stuff that don't align with my way of thinking, but I still want to hear what they got to say and hear what they have to bring to the table on a certain topic. But shout out Paul, shout out Mike Miller. If y'all not subscribed on the 7-day, it's the 7-day theory on YouTube. 7 spelled with the number 7, EVEN. If you are subscribed, thank you, love you. If you're not, subscribe to my channel if y'all want. I drop content every day. Every day I drop content. It's not just a name. I really do it every day, 7 days a week. Yeah, shout out Michael, shout out Wakanda Ma, shout out Paul, shout out Shane, shout Angela again, shout you out. Emmy, shout you out. Shout out Emmy. Shout out shout out Robert, shout out Florence. Oh yeah, shout out Lens, shout you out. And I think that, yeah, Leonard, shout out Leonard, shout out Aaron, shout out to Edit. Yeah, I think I got all y'all. Yeah, love y'all. Have a blessed Wednesday, y'all. Like I said, if you're not subscribed. If you are, thank you. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Everybody that contributed to the conversation, to the chat. Thank y'all. Can't thank y'all enough. Love y'all. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.